what's going on, you guys? You got Coach Zoe here, and this is going to be your glutes and shoulders kettlebell strength workout. So grab a kettlebell, maybe two, if you need a light and a heavy for upper and lower. And let's get started off with our warm-up. As always, please modify however you need to for your body. This is your workout. You know your limitations. I'm here to guide you, to coach you, to push you, all right? But you got to put in that effort. So you are setting the tone, you are setting the pace. You're gonna get out of this workout what you put into it. So if you're looking to amp it up, grab those heavier weights today, push that pace, and let's see you work hard. But either way, we're gonna have fun. All right, we're gonna hit those glutes, we're gonna hit those shoulders, and we're gonna build some serious strength today, okay? So I'm going to work with a light and a heavy, one for my glutes, one for my shoulders. We are also going to do exercises that work both muscle groups at once. So maybe even a moderate weight if you have that option. So we're gonna work through a few rounds with each group of exercises. We have 3 exercises per mini circuit, okay? So 3 different exercises we'll work through for 3 rounds, 30 seconds at each exercise, 30-second rest, 3 rounds through. So if that sounds like a lot, don't worry, just hang tight. So we have a glute, a shoulder, and then a power, a little more intense, a little faster pace move of both, for both muscle groups, all right? And then you'll have a short rest. And then we're gonna do it 2 more times, all right? So hopefully that clears it up, makes it a little easier to understand. All right, but these are all gonna be compound movements, so nothing that is really isolation at all by any means, all right? Nice big moves for nice big muscles, right? Toning, sculpting, regardless of where you're at in your fitness level. I'll offer modifications along the way where I see fit, but we really don't have any impact today. We do have a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of groundwork. So you might need a chair or a bench if that is where you have been falling today or recently, wherever you are. If you need a chair or a bench, you will. We also do have tricep dips, so if you don't have a chair or a bench or a couch or something to use, all right, I'll show you how you could do it on the floor, all right? But regardless, today really should be doable just with your kettlebells, okay? But like I said, you know your body, so you know how you need to adjust. All right, we got 10 seconds and we're jumping into it. So first move is sumo deadlifts, deadlifts, so hinging. Second move is an upright row. Third move is a clean 2-hander single. Let's start with our deadlifts. So nice wide stance, toes out, hinge from the hips, and stand up tall. Boom. So really squeeze your glutes as you stand. Drive those knees apart. Keep a strong, flat spine. Nice tall posture. Dig those heels into the ground. So we're having 30 seconds of work at each move. 3, 2, 1, right away to upright row. If you only have 1 bell, all right, just work with what you got. You can slow your pace down for the upper body if you need to, but I'm gonna work, again, with a little bit lighter and a little bit heavier. This is a strength workout, so only 30 seconds at a time. Challenge yourself, a moderate to heavier weight. Good, we got 5 more seconds here, then we're going into clean. So floor, hinge, shrug, pull, get underneath. So 2 hands, popping it up, getting underneath with a mini squat or single hand, boom. But it's not flipping, we're twisting. So stick with that double hand if you're more of a beginner, right? Or you haven't done these before. 10 seconds left, keep going, then you have your break. Still strength focused, but yes, a little more intensive, and rest. So that was 1 round down. We got 2 more to go. All right, now that you know how it's gonna feel, if you wanna adjust your weights, go for it. I might actually bump up to that heavy weight for that whole round. We'll see. So again, sumo deads, hinging, upright row, and then clean. If you're expecting that belly's getting in the way, you don't have to touch the ground, just get as low as you can for your clean. Let's begin. So, hinging through those hips for your sumo deads. This actually is a more appropriate weight for my upper body. My legs are pretty strong, so I could have used my heavy, heavy bell for these, but I didn't want to overdo it. We're here for about 5 more seconds, and then right into that upright row in 3, 2, 1. Stand up tall, let's begin. Puff out that chest. Good posture. Boom. So remember, this is our strength workout today. So even though I am sneaking a little bit of cardio in, 1 by minimizing rest breaks, and 2 with those power moves. Even though I'm sneaking a little bit of cardio in, this is really focused on strength work. All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's go clean. So hinge, we're popping those hips up. Big shrug, big pull, get underneath. All right, it's not a curl. We're not pulling it up, we're shrugging. Okay, big shrug. I did say pull, we are pulling a little bit, but it's really a hip thrust to a big shrug, okay? And rest. All right, I'm gonna push myself, I'm gonna stick with that heavy bell one more round, and then we'll move on to the next group of exercises. So we have 5 different mini circuits today. So 3 moves at each one. Think glutes, shoulders, then both, okay? So all you're gonna get is 30 seconds of rest at a time. That should be enough, but it is gonna burn it out. Starting back with our sumos in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Last time here, sumo deads. Squeeze those glutes. Nice strong spine. Flat back. Boom. Good. Excellent job, you guys. Stay strong again. Find a rhythm that works for you. All right, for the intensity you're looking for. All right, upright row. So if you're looking to jam this workout up, all right, first go with the heavier weight if you can. If you can't, now you have this limited weight, all right, pick up the pace. Yes, it'll turn a little more cardio, put a little more cardio into it, but if you're looking for that intensity, or you could even go slower, create more time under tension. And cleans. Now it sounds backwards, but it depends on what kind of intensity you want. Again, you can alternate hands. Still the same mechanics. Hip shrug, pull, get underneath. Hip shrug, pull, get underneath. So think like 70% hips, 60% hips, 30% shrug, 10% pull. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, next 3 moves. This one I'm definitely gonna use my lighter bell. We have a reverse lunge, so you can either pass at the top or pass at the bottom. You really wanna hit those glutes, pass at the bottom, but keep that hinge. Don't lounge your back. Then we have bus drivers, so you'll hold that bell out in front of you, drive the bus. All right, and then we have a wood chop. So we'll take it up, drop it straight down. Take it up at an angle, straight down. If you're expecting, you don't want to twist away, you want to twist with. Let's begin reverse lunges. So again, hinging as we step back. We want to keep our weight mostly in that front leg and dig that heel in. Woo! Dig that heel in, especially as you stand. That's going to target the glutes, really activate. 2, 1, bus drivers. Dropping my weight here. Drive that bus. So here, we don't want to move the kettlebell side to side. We're trying to keep it at one point. and just spin it through the center. So if your bell is really heavy for your arms for this move, do a couple reps, lower it down. Lower. Right? So make it work for you. I'm going right into our wood chop in 3, 2, 1. Take it to a hip, bring it up, straight down. Take it over, straight down. Over, straight down. Cross body, straight down. Notice my hips and my shoulders are pointing at the same direction. You can even add a little hinge with it. Make it a little more aggressive, a little more of a power move. And rest. All right, so a short break. That was round number 1. We got 2 more. All right, but again, reverse lunges. Try not to round your back. For those of you that are prenatal, that's gonna essentially have a limit. You're not gonna be able to hinge. That belly's gonna be in the way. So I don't want you to round your back. So if you're trying to hinge and you feel your back's rounding, just switch at the top. It's okay. In 3, 2, 1, let's begin. I'm gonna try to keep myself honest. I could feel I was also having a bit of a hard time with the hinge because of the belly. So I think I'm going to switch at the top. I don't want to compromise my form, my posture, especially my back, just for a little extra booty firing. 2, 1, right away, bus drivers, get to work. So again, remember, you do rep, rep, and lower. You can even just do lifts if you really are struggling with your weight. This one's hard. It's almost isometric since we're staying up top. It's a rotational, shoulder rotational. I'll turn an angle because I feel like I'm blocking my face. 3, 2, 1. I know you want to see it, right? All right, wood chop. So one hip, a cross body, down, cross body, down, cross body. Use the glute, boom, of that bell side to drive up. Again, there's nothing wrong with a pivot, even with a little twist. You just want those shoulders and hips to work together. And rest. All right, one more round through for each move, and then we're moving on to the next mini circuit. All right, so again, strength focus. I know we're sneaking a little bit of cardio in, but this is a strength workout, so don't forget your mechanics, focus on form. All right, so if you have light weights, going slower through your motion is going to create more time under tension. All right, but if you want the intensity, let's begin, reverse lunges. If you want the intensity of a workout, a little more cardio effort, a little higher reps, might work faster. Again, that's if your weight allows for that. Sometimes we're at home, we only have so much to work with. All right, so you gotta adjust. Dig those heels in, drive as you stand. Bus drivers, begin. Last time. I know this one really is miserable. It can really be miserable if your weight is heavy. Belly in tight, make sure you're not doing this. Check in, bend at the knees, bend at the hips. Two, 1, right away, wood chop, let's go. Chop it up, bring it down. Chop it up, bring it down. Notice I'm pivoting through my feet. A little more shoulders in this one than hips, than glutes, I should say. Good, finish strong. Here for 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, quick drink of water if you need it. Next 3 moves. We have good mornings. So, because we're not taking any transition time, I suggest just holding that weight to your chest. All All right, so you can hug it or just keep it tight, but we're gonna hinge. Just go through a depth that you can. Heavier bell, because it's glutes. Then we have halos, so you might need a lighter bell. Taking it around the head, boom, both directions, and then American swings. Let's begin. So I'm gonna start with my good morning, hinging from those hips. Boom, notice the white is nice and tight to my chest. Squeezing my glutes as I stand. If it's compromising your back, your low back feels like it's not gonna support this move, use a lighter weight or just hold it at your hips. 2, 1. Right away, halos. All the way around the head, taking it back. Good, and the goal here, we also want to stabilize through the core. So pull that belly in. Try to keep everything still as those shoulders work. So if you're really mobile in the shoulders, that bell can stay low. If you have a little less mobility, you're gonna outline a higher halo. Good, and American swings. I'm gonna grab my heavy bell. Let's begin right into it. Keep those elbows soft and bent, tight to the body. Aggressive hip thrust. Those arms are really just along for the ride. Shoulders are finishing it off, stabilizing at the top. So more glute focus this time. Three, 2, 1, and rest. All right, so first round down, 2 to go. So next, same thing, good mornings, halos, and swings. So maybe have those nearby. But again, our good mornings are that hinge, they're more of a high hinge. So notice I'm not going through a big depth. So if you can't get to parallel, that's okay. All right, focus on really engaging those glutes, really squeezing as you come up. Get ready, starting in 3, 2, 1, let's begin. So hinge through those hips. I'm digging my feet in, softening at the knees. Squeezing those glutes. Two, 1, and right away, halos. Let's go. Good, here for 3, 2, 1. All right, American swings, let's go. If you can't go American, that's okay. Go Russian. But notice that bell is staying tight to the body. It almost looks like I'm pulling it overhead. I'm not, still an aggressive hip thrust. And my elbows are just staying glued until the very last minute. Stabilize. Stabilize. 2, 1, and rest. All right, you guys, last round, best round here, and then we have 2 last circuits, we'll call them, but they're not really. 2 last mini circuits of this strength workout. The last one, it's gonna be a little different, it's gonna test you. I'm excited for it. So, not that these ones don't, but just a little twist for you. All right, last round. Starting with the good mornings in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So strong in the glutes, squeeze your butt, really fire hard. Good, you got it, you guys. 3, 2, 1, and right away, halos. Take it all the way around the head and back. Good, and again, if you are more mobile in the shoulders, try to keep that bell lower. Staying in control, we're not just dropping it. And American swings, let's go, finish strong. Earn that rest break, come on. Good, we got 10 seconds left. Good, and rest. All right, next set, next group is going to be sumo squats. So wide stance again. This time, instead of hinging for the ground, we're gonna drop straight down. All right, so wide stance is good. It doesn't need to be plie. So just take a nice wide stance, toes out, then a shoulder to shoulder press. Keep it strict, no legs. Then we finish with thrusters, you know it. Let's begin sumo squats. So this round pretty boring, right? More traditional, but challenging nonetheless. Make sure you're getting through a nice depth. Don't crash to the bottom of your squat, and try not to hinge, okay? Try to keep the shoulders tall. So if it helps to look ahead, look at me, not look at the ground, I'd prefer it. Drop it off, grab that light bell, shoulder to shoulder. So when we go shoulder to shoulder, we're kind of engaging that bell side a little more without taking our grip off. So the non-bell side is more for balance, stability. 2, 1, let's go thrusters. I'm gonna use my light bell here. Just get in as deep of a squat as you can. Good, good. 10 seconds left, let's go. Woo, I know this one's hard. Talk about a little cardio. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Short break. Then get ready to rock and roll. 2 rounds to go. You got this. All right, back to our sumos. This one's really good, opens up the hips. It really helps those glutes fire strong. So it's one of my favorites. 3, 2, 1, let's go. It's a good booty builder. Move. Really focus on creating that mind-muscle link, okay? Don't just go through the motions. Think about where you should be feeling that engagement, that activity, and hone in. 3, 2, 1, right away, shoulder to shoulder press. Good. You got it, you guys. As many reps as you can, under control, belly in. Don't let those hips sink forward. Get those shoulders nice and tired for these thrusters in 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. Squat and press. Good, excellent work, you guys. Stay with it. 10 seconds, come on. Every rep counts, baby, let's go. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, one more time through, and then we move on, final group of work. So it'll be our final push of the day after this. Whew. I know that's so like, so demotivating. Oh, we still gotta do more and then it's our final. Come on. Stay focused, stay with it. I know those booties are burning. Sumo squats. Last round, 3, 2, 1, begin. Squeeze the glutes, keep your eyes up. Check in. Be honest with your form. Be your biggest critic. If you don't have a mirror around, I know it's a little harder, but pay a little more attention to where you are in space. All right, are you leaning forward? Is your weight in your heels? All right, shoulder to shoulder press. Let's do it. Good, again, check in with your hips. Make sure that they're not sticking far out in front of you. Two, 1, and right away thrusters, let's go. Final 30 of this group of work, let's go. Push it hard, let's finish strong. Okay, we're almost there. We got 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1, and rest. Quick drink of water, I'm gonna run. All right, you guys, bringing my chair over. So, first we have pistol squats. You go with or without weight. Just gonna hold that leg out in front. You can rest on the ground and just sit back as far as you can. Then we have low plank fly. So we're gonna be in a low plank or a low tabletop. And we're just gonna fly out and then tricep dips. Let's go, pistol squats. So we're gonna alternate legs. So kick that leg out, sit back and down as far as you can. Keep going. So I like to keep that bell on the side of the bending leg. And I know it's a little harder for you prenatals. That belly gets in the way. All right, low plank flies. So low plank or low table, and you're just gonna fly it up. Boom, boom. Good, so keep going. If you're in a table or a modified plank, you're here, same thing. And then we're gonna turn around for tricep dips to a hip thrust. Let's begin. If you don't have anything to elevate you, you'll be here. You're gonna lower down, tricep dip, hip thrust. Tricep dip, hip thrust. A little harder with the belly, so I'm gonna use my chair. Get a deeper range of motion. Dip and thrust. Dip and thrust. Two, 1, and rest. All right, so you get the picture. Okay, so pistol, plank flies, and tricep dip thrust. So I told you a little different, trying to take you out of your comfort zone. I know for anybody that's expecting, it feels kind of awkward, the range of motions, but just stay with it, okay? Feels more awkward than what it is. All right, as long as there's no pain, just work through it. I know your range of motion feels very limited, but that's still okay. Let's go. You're still hitting the right muscle groups. Again, sitting back and down, just make sure your knee, so what we're not doing is this. Hips go back. So if you have no belly, should feel a little more comfortable, a little less awkward, but you're not gonna get through a huge range of motion with a pistol squat anyways. You'll feel that glute really firing. All right, plank with a fly. So either on your forearms, either on your feet or on your knees. If you need, if that's too hard, stay in tabletop. Boom, boom. You're gonna feel, I know, a little bit of core too. It's our shoulders. Good, almost there for 3, 2, 1. Turn it around, let's go. Dip and thrust, dip and thrust. Right to it. If you wanna make this harder, for those of you on a chair, straighten your legs. Boom. Woo! Talk about glutes. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Boom, as you drive. Keep those elbows pointing behind you. 2, 1, and rest. All right, you guys, those go quick. One more round, then we're done for the day and going right into our cool down. You got this, stay with it. Get ready to rock and roll. Again, remember with that pistol squat, if you have the strength, right? I don't have it right now. The baby's still too much of my abs, but ideally you want to keep that leg elevated off the ground. It's okay if not, but just sit back as far as you can and sink those hips down. Let's go. So you're gonna feel a little bit like you're mixing a hinge with a squat. But really dig that heel down. Again, I'm resting my foot because I just don't have the abdominal strength to be elevated. But if you're not expecting, that is the goal. All right, low plank, fly. Let's do it. Remember, we're not twisting. We're in a low plank. We're just doing, ow. A reverse fly. This chair is metal. It is not forgiving. Whew. Almost there, you guys. We got one more move, then a break. Tricep dips and thrust. Let's do it. Last 30 of the day. Dip, thrust. Again, straighten those legs if you want it more challenging. You can open up those feet as much as you need to. So if you're expecting, you're probably gonna need to open up those legs a lot more. Open up your stance, I should say. Just for the logistics of the move. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Woo! That's it. Let's cool it down. Shake it out. How are the shoulders feeling? A little wiggly, a little jiggly, a little like they're fatigued. Let's just take them through a nice slow range of motion. Good, and hinge from those hips. Thank you for joining me. If you enjoy this workout, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know your feedback in the comments. Which group of work, which mini circuit did you like best? All right, which one was the hardest? All right, did you like that one at the end? Let's hold this one for an extra second. All right, mixing it up a little bit. Woo! And subscribe if you haven't already. That way every time I post a new workout, you'll be notified. And you can join me and we'll stay fit together while we have fun. Because, of course, that's always the important part of staying motivated, is enjoying your workouts. But otherwise, guys, that's it for today. We'll take those hands behind our back, let's draw those shoulders down. Open up with the chest a little bit. Drop your head to one side, to the other. One more. Good, and that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Till next time, stay strong, stay tough.